Roadkill Nights 2021. As many of you that follow this channel know, I like to drive my car everywhere, and that usually means to and from my events. But earlier this year, I went ahead and picked up an open trailer, and I'm going to take advantage of it for some of these out-of-town, out-of-state races. I ended up hauling my brother's race tires for him. I ended up bringing some extra nitrous bottles. So for this event, it just made sense, from a timing standpoint and everything else, to go ahead and be a trailer queen. Tech Inspection Day also happened to coincide with the SICK party at the M1 concourse. As a participant, we weren't sure if we needed to buy tickets for the fundraiser for the Epilepsy Foundation, or if being a racer meant we got to be part of the show just automatically. So we drove around a little bit. We couldn't figure it out. Maybe next time we'll get to enjoy some of these pre-parties. After tech inspection was over, we were driving around looking for a place to eat. I happened to just glance down and notice that my temperature gauge was creeping up over 200, and that's just not normal for this kind of driving. Turns out the fan relay shot craps. After we got through tech inspection, we went ahead and hit historic Woodward Avenue. We saw that the sick folks were at this burger joint on Woodward, so we thought we'd go give it a try. It's a little oniony for my liking, but if you're into onions, this is the place for you. The morning of the event, we were on RUPPEL time, which means we're running late. Before we left the hotel, though, we still managed to do a little bit of maintenance, including doing a plug swap, since we intended to run nitrous at this event. After the driver's meeting was over, where we parked at the end of Pit Road, closest to the gates to get in, happened to be the first group that was called, so we were able to be like the first 5 paired on the street. racing community in my area is awesome. I happen to have a friend, Doug, with a Draggy. He was kind enough to let me borrow it for this trip. The unfortunate thing, though, is I couldn't figure out where the hell I put it. So, on a whim, after a couple, 3 passes, I went ahead and just turned the Bluetooth on my phone. It happened to sync up with the Draggy, so I knew I had it with me. It's just a matter of where it was. So I ended up finding it in my backpack, stowed in a secret compartment. If you guessed the celebrity to be Christy Lee of Motor Trend fame, you're right. She's in the white top and the black pants. I sit here looking at the starting line, reflecting on the day that was and the things that I wish I could change. And it definitely makes me want to come back and try to perform much, much better at Woodward. All right, this is the end of the day. Big Block Bob is leaving Woodward Avenue. Had a great time, made 6 passes, got some data on this surface, so maybe next year we'll do a little better, maybe make the show for the Super 8 small tire people. So, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thanks.